This clip looks at the progression of the fax web media through the events from Christmas '01 to '07. And what we're using is the F-18 Super Hornet here as a prop to show the pilot basically in the driver's seat and specialist in the rear seat, as you would find, say, with the real estate business where you have your own agent, etc., and Remax isn't running the show. So from D&D's Rules of Evidence, I have a McFarlane military figurine, and this is really the best evidence principle rebutting the Bland consult, because he wasn't, for instance, at the 408 Progress Review, and I was. So anyway, Mr. Landjust was a recipient of all those Social Crusader faxes as well, and warning of pending litigation. So we have a repaint available for the cadet crowd, and it shows the cadet's logo with the 418 Squadron for the plaintiff side of the divorce custody issue, and accelerated solutions with bombshells being civil actions if grounded. Leveraging the D&D experience and 418, which was a real-world squadron, now disbanded, but the people are still around. And here's the museum at the EHS where 418 currently is, and that would be Elwell and Landjust and the plaintiff as well. So, also leveraging the cadets' volunteer base and parents, etc., and D&D's leadership concepts with High and Lois, calling in a bit of an action on the men's rights and Fathers for Justice movement, where he says it's my duty to tell you about becoming a man. So anyway, the Strikers is a multimedia presentation, and it links out with resources that are on the CD-ROM, basically discrediting the psychiatric diagnostic trail as essentially random. And there's also music on as well, like Bruce Hornsby, The Way It Is, and here we see a screenshot of Chip on the Wing getting an email transmission from Leeds, so to speak. With Rosa Parks, we have Woods interrogatories brought in, and we see the Transport Canada D&D Treasury Board risk management model, and the custody and access concerns basically through Elwell forming a band that brings us into the wrong medical paradigm. And they're working under the Alberta Mental Health Act, but there's also the Aeronautics Act, National Defence Act, Criminal Code for defamation, family law, and a number of other concerns as well. So here's the forensics they're on the hook for not catching, and we'll show a few clips of the Fathers for Justice movement as well, which is current right throughout the Commonwealth, and that basically raises Canadian Human Rights Act issues for the CIC and also. So on seeing fax efforts accepted as accredited for the sake of aeronautics, we're contesting this through the Medical Professions Act and drawing attention back to the Bland consult and the CD that he was brought for with Poirier's off-med stunts and such. And the plaintiff's fast jet time and leadership theory and formation, etc., are brought over through this presentation layer. And here we see a software shell that hosts a web page with a custom browser, and the Crown Liabilities Act, as they missed the Solerator Medical and discounted it, plus facilities in public and whatnot, bringing in the Lions Club issues, as I'm claiming that's a violation of the Human Rights Act. Memorandum of decision for the Wackowicz was asking what was done against my wishes. And this is why, because 40406 says I can't fly on unapproved meds. So that's back to Bennett Jones with gender-based analysis, showing facts, basically taking their read from across the divorce, and I'm supposed to switch careers for a diagnosis that I don't really have any faith in whatsoever. So anyway, with the Crown Liabilities Act, also we have the Medical Professions Act, and persons deemed to have practiced, and this hinges on the word treatment, because you're trying to treat the distorted content and rumor. So here we have the paragraphs in question, with Curtis Woods basically acting as an agent for the X. And we'll just close this out with a look at the Batman stunt and my own personal take of that.